Hi everybody, today we're lucky enough at the La Rochelle Boat Show to be filming the 2022 GARCIA 45 Explorer and the Allure 40. It's a little bit, you'll see the explanation when we go around the GARCIA and the Allure. The difference, same manufacturer, but the difference between the two boats is the GARCIA is fully aluminium all the way up, and it's just the very top of the coach roof that's actually infused resin, where the Allure is aluminium. The main hull, everything, the main form is aluminium, but all the cockpit, all your coach roof, everything is actually infused resin. Hey, because I didn't record it last time, this is the rear transom of the GARCIA, brand new GARCIA 45 Exploration. This is a resin infused cork, non-slip. It's fantastic, zero maintenance, just for cleaning from time to time. You have your swim ladder, onboard ladder, and here, and mirrored over this side, you have two watertight compartments. Stepping up, give you a quick pano of the cockpit. You can get full cockpit shelter if you want to, it's an option, but really I don't think you need it, as you have this protected area which we'll have a look at in a minute. The seat in the middle, this actually folds over to close it up. We have on the port side your engine controls, bow thruster, autopilot, wind instruments, and something I love, grab handles. And over on this side is your engine start, repeaters, compass, etc. I'm going to go around the outside quickly because there's a lot of people. Two Lumar electric winches. All your lines come back to the cockpit. They flow through a moulded or fixed welded aluminium channel all the way forward and to the mast, so they're nicely out of the way. Coming forward, you have handles for safety all the way along. Something that's quite unique about GARCIA, the entire hull and top deck here is all aluminium, just passing the Gennaker tracks there, but the coach roof is infused resin for weight and bits and pieces. You have granny bars at the mast, it's absolutely peeing down now. Halyard winch in case you need it, the electrics brake spare. Something that I think is brilliant, just in front of the mast you have access to your electric windlass, keeping all your chain as central to the boat as possible, keeping the weight there and so on, so it's better, nothing weighing down the bow. And it also, there's your electric controls, and it also frees up the cavernous bow locker, the sails, fenders, lines, any spares. I'm going to cut to B-roll very quickly, and you'll see the crash bulkhead, which is just here. Down in the sail locker at the moment, over here you can see the windlass box, fully aluminium. These are obviously the rails that the plates get welded onto. Give you an idea, there's the hatch above me. A magic of floor plates, and this is a crash bulkhead to prevent any water coming through. Double bow roller, Gennaker, jib, whatever, whacking a Yankee or whatever you want. You've got a space for your code 0, code D, spinnaker, and before I forget, coming down this side have your derailleurs. You have adjustable, removable backstays here for your staysail for extra security. They can be blocked up at the back. Have your Vang adjusters, and this is actually set up with a German mainsail system. Unlike production boats, they've actually brought the lines further aft, so it gives you more force on the boom, so there's less wind spilling out. You can see your reefing lines there, 1, 2, 3, and something I really like is there's no stepping over this to get into the cockpit. It's just a very easy step here. Right, in the cockpit you have boat bin storage here, so when you finish doing what you're doing, it can all be put away. That is mirrored on the other side, and you have a handy place for all your ropes and other bits and pieces in here. Nice cockpit table, grab handles, and if the weather's really bad, which is one of my favourite spots, so you can just see over here in the covered section, it's a infused resin top. You have your B&G nav gear, repeaters and autopilot, so there's actually no need, if the weather's really bad, to step out. You have these doors you'll see on the inside in case really heavy weather, really bad, or the unfortunate thing happens and your boat does turn over. These are actually fully sealed doors. You come down the companionway, 2 steps. This is a deck saloon, and just give you a look around, because the amount of light coming into this boat is unbelievable, and you have pretty much 360-degree view of everything that's going on. Going to start forward. Actually, we'll start here. On the port side, you have inline galley, usual gimbal stove, storage underneath. I'm not going to open everything up, but you get the idea. Everything's beautifully made in this boat. Another drawer, cupboards under here. You have a twin stainless steel sink, draining seat here, sink here. Freshwater and saltwater taps, and in case of electric failure, you have a foot pump here as well. This galley is, I can see myself actually working in a galley like this, nicely supported. You have a really nice port window to open. Over further along in this galley, you have fridge, freezer, or fridge and fridge, and this one set up with another freezer over here. The fiddles on this boat are really thick, and all the corners have been rounded off nicely. I like the polished aluminium band, and straight in the saloon, which is awesome. You imagine you're on passage and it's blowing a hoolie outside and you've got 2-meter swells or whatever. You don't really have to leave your saloon. It's all set up, the light system set up so you can have red light. Electrical display for navionics, for your water pumps, to check your batteries, how much diesel you have, how much water you have, you get the idea. It's all there. Your master volt, electric systems, autopilot, 12-inch B&G, well, actually might be bigger than that, electronics, VHF, and there's a remote for when you're outside, wind instruments, and a fusion stereo. There are USB points all over this boat. There's a small nav desk. And then you have your main saloon and eating. I reckon you get 6 people around this table really comfortably, 8 or 10 on a max. The table goes up and down to give you another berth, and it's extendable to make larger if you wish. Just below the nav desk, in the middle of the saloon, you'll find the hydraulic system and inspection port for the lifting keel. You also have the diesel tank in view centrally to the boat, and the water tank is tucked underneath the floor here too. Going to come aft to the aft double. In here you have the controls for your water maker, desalinator, access hatch and cubby, and also down to the bilges and storage there. Large double. Opening hatch. Look at those little port light windows from your bed. Isn't that fantastic? The quality of material. And as you can, we've got about 20-25 knot winds outside. It's peeing down with rain. There's loads of people. And it's really quiet. Heater, USB, storage, more storage, and an opening hatch. We have another cupboard which is locked here, and we're going to come back after I change the battery. Just coming through here, it's what they call the zone technique. You have, if you want to, a pilot berth, but actually underneath is a workbench, and you have all these handy cabinets to keep all your spares bits and pieces in, and which is really helpful, and there's no light, you have all your access to your steering quadrant, exhaust pumps, heating. You can't really see, it's a shame we've got no light. It's a very dark, dingy day in here, and behind this mesh you have your generator, engine access, etc. Come forward. Behind the workshop area, before you go into the saloon, you have another heads with walk-in shower, which is very handy. Obviously keeps your heads area dry and clean. This is the second heads on this boat, and you'll see the owner's heads in a minute as we go forward. Plenty of storage, good clean surfaces, and Corian worktop. Just coming through the salon into the cabin, owner's cabin. Underneath you have a very handy day bunk for when you're doing passage, or a really cool place for the kids. A large, not quite a queen size but not a double bed. You've got access either side of the bed, storage underneath and on the floor, ventilation up top, and a lot of light coming in here. It's very early this morning at the La Rochelle Boat Show, so it just gives you an idea of how light it is. And to show you what we're explaining in the locker, how thick the insulation is, you can see the aluminium hull. So there's insulation between the aluminium and here, and then this whole section here is fully insulated to keep you nice and warm. All the surfaces that don't have cabinets or wood, they're all covered in a nice fabric to make it nice and soft. Over on the starboard side, it's a nice hanging locker. You have a manual flush toilet, some nice teak work there for drainage, and your sink. A little bit of storage over here, and a drawer underneath. Access to your black water, and a bit of storage behind there. There is storage behind the mirror, and this is actually a wet heads. As you can see, you have your faucet shower head there, and just everyone just above my head you have another evacuation for your steam. If memory serves me correctly, the door's somewhere. There we go. you have access storage for services just behind the door. I'll put the catch back on, come out the bathroom, and we've got wet footprints, my wet footprints all the way through. That's a shame. If you would like to see more of the Garcia, let us know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, we really need your help. And hopefully later on this year or sometime in the new year we'll actually be going to see Garcia up in northern France. Thank you, see you on the flip side.